Well, we are back now in our CI kitchen with our yummy breakfast casserole, and we've got some homemade hot cocoa.
We've also got guest chef Colleen Hatton, who's making all that yummy goodness for us. Hello, Colleen.
Hello.
Before we get to the casserole, which is going to come out of the oven here very shortly, talk about the very good smelling hot cocoa that's in front of us.
Thank you. So one of my favorite things to do is to make homemade hot cocoa, and it's so much easier than I think people think when they're making it.
Well, because usually you just think Swiss Miss, let's pour a packet
Rip off
in
the top of the bag.
Right.
And this takes a few more steps, but not a lot. So what I did was I started with 2 cups of sugar, or I apologize, 1 cup of sugar, a half a cup of cocoa, and 2 cups of hot water, and a little pinch of salt. And you just whisk that until it starts to boil and all the sugar dissolves.
Okay.
That's all you have to do. And then literally you just come in and add 4 cups of milk.
Okay.
And then what have you added to it
So
since?
I made a little homemade whipped cream, and we put a little of the holiday peppermint sprinkles on because I do.
feel like
Which
you're
have already
sinking.
dissolved.
They did kind of dissolve.
They've already
'cause it's hot.
dissolved.
But I do love a little peppermint cocoa
Is that hot?
this time of year. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Not as hot as I was expecting, but I think it's
Okay.
because
I
the
did try to make
other
whipped
stuff
cream.
is.
Or the whipped cream?
But once you get to the bottom, I think it's
But
be
you
hot.
know, it's great with marshmallows, anything you want to do, and it's so much easier than you think.
Oh, that's so
Really
good.
good.
This beats Swiss Miss
Yeah,
any day.
it does. Sorry, Swiss
Oh
Miss.
my god.
Well, and it's a nice. I mean, for Christmas, you know, we all want to do a little bit nicer,
Extra.
but this is extra with like very little effort,
Yeah,
which I am
under
a
the cream,
fan
it
of
is
that.
definitely warmer. That
Oh, yeah,
the
you're
cream
right.
part.
That burned a little bit,
Yep.
but that was so good. Okay, earlier we started mixing all of our ingredients for our
Croque Madame
croque madame.
breakfast casserole.
Can we say that on TV? Is that okay?
I think so.
All right.
We just did.
Yeah.
And it's getting ready to come out of the oven.
Right. So what we did after you got done mixing was I made a little bechamel sauce, which is just butter and flour. I make a little roux. You add some milk.
A what sauce?
A bechamel, which is
Bechamel.
basically like a French creamy sauce.
Okay.
This recipe
like
is
that
very
translation.
French. Yeah, it's very,
Very nice.
French. But and then you add a little nutmeg. So I poured that on top. After it cooked for 30 minutes, I poured that on top, cooked it for about another 8, and then I cracked a couple eggs on top because one of the best things about a croque madame is that it comes out with a fried egg on top.
Oh.
That
So
doesn't
you
sound bad
can't
at all.
have a croque madame casserole without a fried egg.
Is it ready?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're in good shape. Oh yeah, it's
Excited.
beautiful.
This is so in the U.S. we would call this a casserole with a French creamy sauce on top
And an egg.
and an egg.
Pretty much.
Oh, it does
So
sound
you just
fried.
want you
Look at
just want to get the
that.
eggs. You want to get the whites cooked.
Oh.
Because then when we cut in, those yolks are going to help add another layer of moisture.
Okay, I know it's hot. Can you
No,
hold
no,
it up
yeah.
so they can kind of see that there at home? Look at those eggs. Well, they're kind of hard to tell, but those are eggs right there in the middle.
Yeah, and it's so like it's like a great hearty breakfast casserole that you, like I said, you can do everything but the bechamel sauce and the eggs the day before.
Make it on Christmas Eve, then by
Just bake
do
it
today before you go to
Christmas-
bed,
yeah.
and then by tomorrow morning.
Exactly.
Yes.
You can just bake it tomorrow morning.
So you don't have to worry about the stress of making breakfast. You can enjoy
Your
Christmas
family.
morning with
I can't
your
help but
family.
notice there are plates and forks in front of us and
There
no food on them.
are. That being
Should I
said,
do
Well,
something
you know
about that?
what? That's okay.
just dig in.
right in.
I had a spatula, but I honestly don't know where I put
That's
it.
okay.
Okay, I think I saw it right there on top of the microwave.
You're right.
But
That's
we're
I get
good.
the feeling this is going to be very warm.
We improvise here
It's
on
going to
CI
be warm,
Living.
but it is delicious. It's
good.
pretty
Would you like
rich.
some?
I'm good right now because
Okay.
I think we're out of time, and I want to make sure that everyone knows that they can get all of Colleen's recipes at CILiving.tv. The verdict?
Hot. Hot.
He
The
has
verdict is
smoke
hot.
coming out of his mouth. Okay, CILiving.tv.
I
Merry
would like
Christmas
everybody
Eve.
to know that it's very good and very warm.